So I'm back for another showcase little pickup video, and this time it's a lot more current than it is retro, but figured, well, might as well show it. I got a Amiibo store display kiosk as well as a Wii U kiosk. So both of these were from GameStop. The Wii U one's a little bit more of an interesting story. So I know a few of the managers in my local area, and I saw, a few of the Facebook posts of people basically trashing these. And I figured, I might as well get one myself, so I sent a few texts off to people I knew, and I said, hey, do you guys have it? Can I take it? What's going on? And the only text I got back from one of the managers is, hey, I'm on vacation right now, but it's in the dumpster. So I boogied over to where I knew this one was at, and lo and behold, it was in the dumpster. The only real depressing thing is someone decided to take a bat and smash the screen. And you're probably wondering, well, if the screen was smashed, how do you have a new TV in there? So fast forward, I'm kind of bummed I have a kiosk, but I don't have a TV. It obviously didn't have the Wii U and all that stuff, but I'll touch upon that here in a bit. But so another friend of mine in Chicago, apparently he has some pretty crazy hookups because he had like 3 or 4 of these guaranteed. And we told him, our situation. He's like, hey, I'll sell you one. And we're like, yeah, but we really only need the TV. And, he's like, well, I'll give you a good deal. So he gave us a really good deal on it. I'll just say, I don't even remember exactly the price, but it was under $200. It was like $100 or something. Like, we were basically paying him what we were going to pay for an LCD. So, swap the LCD in here, and there you have it. And then I ended up actually selling the other kiosk on Craigslist to some guy who was in a similar situation as mine, but his was even more destroyed. So, here you have it. Full working kiosk. Unfortunately, obviously, with these, it's not like the actual kiosk demo unit. This is just a regular white Wii U that I end up buying on eBay. These aren't actually affixed to the kiosk. They're just kind of loose hanging, but I mean, it still looks cool. I think the blue and the white goes with it. My thoughts is that I almost want to take this little panel down here. This is what used to hook the actual controllers up to it, and then I would communicate with the actual demo Wii U. But since it's not that configuration, I'm almost thinking about ripping out this panel and putting down one of those GameCube controller ports, because what's nice is that this Wii U is actually modified. And I'll go ahead and open it here in a second. So I have the actual key for it too, which is awesome. But here's the inside of it. The wiring isn't the greatest, but it's definitely better than when I got it. I sort of organized it, but I'm not one of those like wiring snobs. I just kind of made it work. So here's a little bit of it as well. These are just kind of like the power connections down there. You probably can't see that all that great. There's the subwoofer in it. But yeah, there's a little hard drive right there, you noticed, and that's actually running, what is it, the Wii, that's running on the Wii side of this. Whereas, like, I have a bunch of GameCube games backed up to this from my own collection, and yeah, you can play GameCube games on a Wii U if you didn't know. And yeah, you can hook it up, or you can play them through either a Pro controller or the GameCube controller. I figured, that thing's kind of cut down there, so might as well, kind of retrofit something. But yeah, that's my Wii U kiosk. Like I said, that's something super exciting. It's something cool to see, something cool to have in the collection. I mean, I think it, definitely brightens up the room and whatnot, and it's cool to have along with the old Dreamcast kiosk over here. As many of you know, the Dreamcast was kind of a failure per se, and the Wii U is too. So someone made a joke. He's like, "Oh, you got the worst of both Sega and Nintendo down there," and it's like, yeah, whatever you want to say. I'm still glad to have it. Here's the tablet as well. Nothing special. I actually bought this as well, broken on eBay. I bought both of these technically broken. This one, people were like, "Oh, it doesn't turn on." I ended up plugging it in and it worked just fine. And then the Wii U tablet, the people were like, "Oh, it doesn't turn on," and I was like, "Oh, it must have a bad battery." because it didn't come with one. But it actually ended, there was like a short in the PCB for the whole thing, so I ended up buying a new motherboard. I guess it's a motherboard for the controller, and I put a new battery board in there and then fired it up, and it works great now. So I'm happy to have the white. Even though this is black up here, I guess all of the kiosks had, I shouldn't say all, the ones I've seen are all black, or I'm sorry, white. White Wii U, black display, and I actually have a white light to swap in here if I wanted to, and I'm kind of debating on whether or not I want to do that. But let's switch over to the Amiibo kiosk, and here's this working just great. I actually have, I know a lot of people online have been asking, like, how do you mount these things? So what I ended up doing is I went on Lowe's and I looked for, they're called Gladiator, what is it? I'm going to forget the name now. Hold on a second. I just looked it up. They're called Gladiator Gear Track Channel one-piece light gray composite storage rail. I'll go ahead and link it in the description just for a few people that are curious and want to mount it themselves. But literally all I did was then I drilled this into the studs. Like, these are all into, I think I'm into, I forget, 4 studs, 3 studs. But yeah, I'm into studs on the whole rail, so that's, you know, mounted correctly. And I just went ahead and used the bracket on the actual thing, kind of shoved it up in there. So that now to take this off the wall, there's, you see those little bolts down there? I don't know if the camera's really picking it up that well because of all the colors. See that bolt down? You just unloosen that, and then literally it'll just kind of just flop off the wall. So yeah, it's mounted right. It's been mounted for a few weeks now, so I'm pretty confident in my work. This is probably honestly the best mounted thing I probably have down here in this basement, because everything else is in like drywall with drywall anchors. And either way, I won't ramble too much. But so that's how I mounted that. If you want to use my suggestion, you're still going to need some sort of channel mount or some way to mount it to the wall. So that's just one of my suggestions. Anyways, so this one is from actually the same GameStop. Again, I won't say which one because I guess I'm not really supposed to. But anyways, same manager. I asked him, I said, hey, can I, you know, when you take it down? And he's like, oh, I already took it down, it's yours. And I was like, okay, cool, when can I come get it? And then I guess his Nintendo rep is like, oh wait, no, you can't take that down yet. So I had to wait like a month and a half, 2 months, and it was basically just sitting back in the storage. I was always worried for that other douchebag at his store to break it, but luckily he didn't. So we just texted him out of the blue one day. We're like, hey, is it still there? And he's like, yeah, come and grab it. So I came, grab it out of his store inconspicuously. It wasn't in the trash this time, thank God. So yeah, there's that. When I got it, honestly, the only thing that was really wrong with it is, let me think. There wasn't really anything wrong with this one per se. I didn't have the lock over here. Like, this isn't the original lock and key. I honestly like just shoved a screwdriver in and kind of got it to lock correctly. But here's the inside. Obviously rushing into this, so here's the little power bricks and whatnot. This thing keeps, all this is for is just to kind of shove it up and make it look less cockeyed. So this isn't original. This is just something I kind of put there. I put a little foam here for this lock too, just so it helps it like shut a little better. Anyways, this is the original key and lock though, and this kind of, I was missing this as well, and you can actually order these on Amazon. I forget what the key is, E41A, and yeah, I forget who sells it. It's not Lockmaster, but it's like one of those lock brands, and you can actually order the key for a couple bucks on Amazon. It's like roughly translating the cost of a lock, so might as well keep it as original as, you know, as you can. It even tells you down here, you know, use E41A, so it's not super secure, but, you know, it's not like these things matter anymore, because they're trying to replace them and they're getting rid of them anyways. So yeah, there's that. Like I said, here's the inside of it. I guess I'm kind of jumping around quite a bit. I forget what the code is. You can get this into like a system menu, and you can see that it's like this is just like literally, this whole thing is just like an Android powered system. I want to say it's like, hold on, I want to say it's, what is it? It's up, down, left, or no, it's left, right, up, down, left, right, Up, down. Let's see. No. Or no, up, down, left, right, left, right. Nope, there we go. So there, you can see that it's now in the thing, and now it says system data is too old, please update, and we'll just cancel that. But yeah, there, now it's in its test mode, so honestly don't even remember, what was it, up, down, left, right, yeah, that's how you get in the system mode. You kind of can see some of the things from here. I guess some of the people are trying to, like, this is how you actually mess with the speaker here. I don't know why there's a volume up and stuff down here, but I can never get it to work correctly. I don't know the exact functionality. So, but yeah, you can, like, what does it say right there? Load update packages. Like, I'm assuming this is how they would update these, because this is obviously on the newest software, not the oldest one, and people are trying to, like, get it back to what it usually was. And so yeah, there's that. What else? I mean, that's pretty much it. Obviously it came with the, here, let me turn this, I don't even know how to get back to, is there an exit? Verify changes. Yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna turn it off and on. I don't want to screw anything up. Just turn it off, turn it back on, and then close it up. But yeah, so there's that. Obviously came with all the Amiibos down there, which is kind of cool. Came with a Pikachu, Luigi. I mean, I have all of these already, but I guess Link is becoming rare. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. The piss bar Link. But yeah, I mean, here, just if you're interested, that's kind of what it does when it boots up. It just kind of does a few little, like, random splash screens as it boots up. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Like I said, just a little bit of showcase. Here's what I got sort of video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and whatnot, and I'll try and answer them the best I can. But yeah, here's my little story. Here, my little kiosk, and couldn't be happier to have them. I was, you know, I love Amiibos. I'm a pretty sucker for Amiibos. I have quite a few, and I love the Wii U, so it's just a fitting combination for me. So, all right. Well, thanks again, guys, and yeah.